Hi guys, this is Kate and
I'm Pete.
With our monthly market update for the month of March 2023. So Pete, if you could describe the Calgary real estate market in one sentence, how would you break it down?
It'd be hard to do, but I think I'd probably say that sales are down, but only because listings are down.
Yes.
I think that's really what it comes down to. I think we would see more, we'd see more sales if we had more listings, because right now we have more buyers than we have houses for sale. So
yeah.
That'd be the Coles notes.
Yeah.
That'd be the gist of what we're doing.
That'd be the gist. Okay. So how are sales doing, Pete? What's going on there?
Well, in terms of sales, like I mentioned, sales are down 40% from March of last year. Now, a couple of things to keep in mind, of course. March of last year was an extraordinarily good March.
Right.
So we're down from an inordinate number of sales last year. But also, again, it's because of, there's just not a lot of houses for sale. I think anyone watching this, you've been driving around your neighborhood, you're probably agreeing there's just not a lot of for sale signs right now.
Or if they are, they're sold.
Yes, very quickly. If they're priced reasonably, there's people in this market, of course, that are trying to get greedy, and it's not going to work because people always have the option of not buying your house at all.
Right.
But when I say that new listings are down, that sales are down because new listings are down, what's going on with new listings?
Well, yes, like Pete was just saying, new listings are down almost 40% as well, 39.6 to be exact.
Yeah, so 40% down in sales, 39% down in listings. There's the story.
Yeah.
And what it means is inventory is actually down just over 25% from last year as well, which is what you'd see, inventory slowly, going down from last year. We didn't have a lot of inventory. We really didn't. Prices were going up last year at this time, if you remember, because we had such a shortage of inventory.
Right.
And we're actually starting to see that creep up a little bit now, but we'll get to that in a minute. In terms of month supply, this is interesting.
Yeah, months of supply is up, but like very little. Like it's
up 24%.
Oh, it is up. Yes.
But it's still up just a little bit.
Yes, still up just a little bit.
24% can sound like a lot when it's not.
Yeah.
It's like we went up from a month supply to a month and a week supply. So that's an increase. It's kind of like people were talking about this the other day with respect to interest rates. Like, do you know how much of a percentage increase it is to go from a 2% interest rate on your mortgage to a 6%?
Pete, you're going to make me do mental math right now, and I am not about it.
But it sounds like people go, oh, well, 2 to 6, that's 4%, right?
Yeah,
it's a 200% increase in your interest rate. So, it's like even if you went from 4% interest on your mortgage to 6%, you go, well, it's 2%. It's actually, well, it is going up 2%, but it's actually a 50% increase from 4 to 6. So, that's really where some of this has been tough on buyers and where they're going, oh, sheesh, it's like, anyone that has a variable mortgage, and some of us have one or two, it's like, it's scary to all of a sudden go, man, my mortgage payment just doubled. And that's causing some fear and trepidation in the market. The reality is, look, it is what it is. And as long as you're buying and selling in the same market, it's not like, you're going to win or lose. It's like if you're going to get more for your house than you thought you were going to, and then you were going to pay more for your house than you thought you were going to, you're still in. It's
still leveled out.
It's kind of a wash.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
in terms of prices, though, after seeing some price declines, since price pullback, we're actually starting to see the train come to a stop and head the other way, right?
Yeah, we are. So let's talk about the detached prices right now. So they are up year by year, 1.8%. So that's about an average of 649,000.
So the whole market has gone up 0.8%.
Yes.
Detached homes have gone up, 1.8 or 2%.
Yeah.
Well, it's only 2%, but hey, we'll take it. They're now selling at 650,000, right, for the benchmark price. Detached homes are up about the same. They're up about 1.6%. So they're selling at $580,000. townhouses are up pretty good, right?
Yeah, townhouses are up almost 8%, so 7.5%, right? So that's 378,000.
Yeah.
That's
And then
awesome.
in apartments,
Yeah.
that's for row houses, right?
Yep.
That's townhouses.
Townhouse.
And so for apartments, this is really where, we've seen the biggest increase. And I think it's a
Yes.
reflection of the fact that they'd crashed the hardest when things kind of crashed.
That's true.
So we're just sort of making up back to where we were. But that meant an 11% increase. So that's kind of where the, and like any realtor will tell you right now, it's hard to find a condo downtown, which has been a complete reversal of a few years ago when 30% of the Beltline listings were vacant. It was crazy. So that's where the market's at. Again, your market might be a little bit different depending on what area you're in or what kind of house you have and that kind of stuff. So you always still want to be in touch with me or a realtor that you trust to sort of say what's going on in my immediate market. But that's in general what's going on. In terms of the cheapest house, because we like talking about the cheapest sale every month and the most expensive sale.
Yes.
So because the cheapest one is the one that I can afford, and the most expensive house is the one that Katelyn can afford. What? With your we're not supposed to tell anybody?
No.
It's a secret.
It's supposed to like hush hush.
I didn't know that we weren't supposed to talk to people about how wealthy you were.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Okay, so anyways, the cheapest house, this is one that I can afford. Tell me about that one, Kate.
So you can still buy an apartment in downtown.
Wait, for those listening in Toronto or Vancouver, put your coffee down and pay attention. You're not going to believe this, but it's true.
Yeah. So you can still buy an apartment for under $100K in Calgary. Can you do that there? Yeah, this is downtown. Yeah.
$90,000. Take that. So if you're moving here from Vancouver or Toronto, call us up. We'll sell you a dozen of them for the price that you sold your condo for in Toronto or Vancouver. And then in terms of the most expensive house to sell, this one's interesting. I hope I get the real. By the way, who sold that house? The $90,000 one.
Simon Wong.
That's right. The Wong Realtor.
Yes.
And that's his name, Wong. So he is in fact the Wong Realtor.
Yeah.
But the most expensive house to sell was sold by, and I'm going to butcher this guy's name, and Michael, I sincerely apologize. It's Michael Ferranek or Ferranek. We don't know how to say your last name, and I apologize because Michael did sell the most expensive house to sell in March. It was in Upper Mount Royal, which is kind of like, it's always been like a pretty posh neighborhood.
Yeah.
But this is a brand new place. So I don't know if they tore down the old house or if they found a vacant lot in there or what, somebody subdivided, who knows. But that one sold for almost $4 million, $3.7 million. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Nice big house in Upper Mount Royal, which is a great area too, close to downtown and all that stuff. So yeah, pretty good. So, Katelyn, I noticed that you've been around for a while, or you must be heading like usually. Usually, you're on vacation, right?
Wow, he would bring this up right now, of course.
Well, it's been a couple of weeks since.
Yeah,
you've been in the sun,
it's I'm starting to prune, so I need to rejuvenate. So I am leaving next week.
Oh,
but for good reasons. I'm leaving for a wedding.
Yeah, sure.
It's not my choice.
For a wedding. Yeah. Where are you going this time? Probably like
Vegas.
Vegas, yeah. It's what Katelyn does. It's like I've been in the office for a couple of weeks. It's about time I took off and went to Vegas or Hawaii.
I'm pruning. I told you I'm pruning. I need to,
Yeah, your tan is starting to fade.
Exactly. Yeah, this is a fake tan, guys. This is actually not real.
She's not Filipino.
No, I'm not.
She's Caucasian. She's just always on holidays.
Exactly.
So, anyways, Katelyn, nice to have you around for a while.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that.
Enjoy your vacation again. In the meantime, if you have any questions or concerns regarding real estate, you'll have to talk to me, unfortunately.
And I also want to mention our Facebook page.
Yes.
Yeah, we have a Facebook page called Moving to Alberta. So if you have any friends or family moving from Vancouver, Toronto, wherever, we have almost 700 people on this.
And it's cool. It's turning into a cool little community where people can ask questions and other people on the page can even answer them for them and stuff like that. When we say Vancouver, Toronto, by the way, what we mean is, Vancouver and the Fraser Valley, or Toronto and the whole Golden Horseshoe there. Those anywhere in those areas, those kind of folks are those kind of folks. Is there a kind of folks? Anyways,
sounds a little
people
mean.
living in those areas
kind of
are all looking at Calgary right now, and I don't blame them, especially not if you like blue skies and you like mountains and rivers and hiking and biking and an economy and so much more. this is where you'd want to live. So go to Moving to Alberta on Facebook and like and subscribe. Of course, you can like and subscribe my page on Facebook too, just Pete DeYoung Realtor. And also, what I'm actually looking for is if you've watched this for a while and you're a client of mine or a friend or whatever, and you haven't left me a Google review, I really like them. They make my day. Katelyn will tell you that to me, they're better than a commission check is getting a good Google review. And I think I'm up to 73 5-star reviews in a row now. So, but I'd like to get some more because I'm gluttonous that way. You know, I just like hearing how I'm doing. So whatever you want to give me in terms of review, I'd appreciate it. But yeah, if you want to give me a Google review, I'd love that too. In the meantime, thanks so much. Be in touch with us anytime. We're happy to answer any questions or talk about real estate. It's kind of our favorite thing to talk about. Really.
It is. Yeah, it is. Awesome. Take care, guys.
See you next time.